Hello, I am the light of the Leo. I'm so happy to be with you and you be with me. I just think it's amazing for me to have my own space, my own platform to have conversations like this and give encouragement as I am pushing myself. So I'd love for you to join me on this journey of making myself better as you do the same for yourself, okay? Because we all need help out here in these streets. Of course, I have my accountability partner, friend, my homie, my brother, Jonathan. He's in the space. Why don't you say hello unto us if I can pull you up?
Hola, amigos. What's going on, y'all?
Absolutely. We are here. We're going to talk about standing up for yourself. I think it's very important to do so.
Hmm.
So, let's just go ahead and get this started because I'm about to really, just have the conversation.
Yes.
Uh, okay. Oh gosh.
I was about to say that ain't it.
Child, I was saying where the music at. Yeah, y'all don't mind me. You
All
know,
right.
um, hey, everybody has their day,
Right. Happens to the best of us.
don't it? Every single time. So, just continue to bear with us as a lot is going on. Okay, a lot ain't going on. I'm just, it's been a day.
Yeah.
Y'all know I like to keep it rather transparent. So I'm like sleepy, man. I'm sleepy.
It be what it be.
Sleepy. Oh gosh.
Ooh, Lord.
And I still need to do a little bit of grocery shopping if I'm going to make it throughout the rest of this week.
Ooh, Lord.
All that stuff I cooked yesterday, Jonathan,
Mm-hmm.
not going. Um, Tyrone was saying that will be able to make it to like uh, mid tomorrow, mid Tuesday.
Okay. I was
We
about to
may
say
we may
because
have
if you
some.
if you said Wednesday, I was gonna say that would be a
Well,
stretch.
that's a lie. Shout out all the macaroni and cheese gone
Okay. Yeah.
like immediately. I had macaroni and cheese for breakfast and
Oh
for dinner.
wow.
Um,
Wow.
it was so good.
It was. It
Um,
was good.
so all we got is some roast and a little bit of potatoes if they ain't ate it not yet, and we
Oh
still
yes,
got
because
some greens.
Anne's there. Okay.
Yeah. Tyrone's out there enjoying his mother as he should. He loves his mama
That's
as
wonderful.
we'd hope that a lot of people love their mama. Anywho,
Right.
um, man, I want to lay down, but I'm here for y'all. And even this, I wasn't laid down, Lord. This is the thing. See, my mind's all discombobulated. So it's like thundering and raining outside,
Oh, okay.
and I need to go to Walmart, and I'm just gonna have to push through that. I don't feel like it, but that's
As
life.
long as you got your umbrella, you should be fine.
Yeah, and we have umbrellas, so we'll be good. So we'll make it out. So just wanted to talk. Oh gosh, we already have 6 people in here. Okay.
Hey,
Well, I guess I should do the video. I guess.
I guess so. Okay.
We're
The
just going.
subscribers are waiting. Okay, with bated breath, honey.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes. Um. Erin is here. Welcome, as per usual.
Hey,
Here and on
Aaron.
time. And Regina's here.
Hey, Regina.
The juice is here. She says, "Hey y'all." Of course, she's on Facebook as well because made sure she was my friend on the Facebooks. Are you Erin's friend on Facebook? Might want to hook that up.
I don't believe
Anyway,
I am. I need to look her up.
her name is Erin David. Anywho, um, the juice says Walmart in the rain. Yes. Let me tell you something. You do some things if you want groceries in your house, okay? I'm sorry. I just can't
Okay.
stand not being able to eat in my house and also not be able to eat what I want to eat in my house. So I'm going to make sure I take care of that moving forward. Oh, Shamika Burrell. Hello, hello, hello.
Hello, Shamika.
Welcome. It's Shamika, sweetie. Shamika.
That's what I said, Shamika.
I thought you said Tamika. My
No, I said
bad.
Shamika.
Thank you, Jonathan. You're amazing. Hey. Okay. And who else is here? Miss Robin is here, of course,
Robin.
as
Hey,
per
Robin.
usual. Let me tell you something. Not everybody has 2 cents in their pocket that's worth um sharing. She do. She got a whole lot of
Yes.
sense.
Yes,
Anyway,
we welcome Robin's 2 cents at all times, okay?
oh gosh, Tamika is her twin, so it's okay. Thanks.
Wow. Okay.
Awesome, and they
I
are
love
identical
that,
for
Shamika
sure.
and Tamika. I love
Yeah.
that. Oh my gosh, twins. I love that.
I love it too. It's awesome. Gosh, man. Okay, so we're going to talk about standing up for yourself. Let me tell you what I think about when I say stand up for yourself, because we all have these sayings that we say all the time. We never explain what it looks like or what it could look like so you can evolve and turn things into what you feel it should be, right?
Mhm.
So when I say stand up for yourself, it's time to create boundaries. It's time to assert yourself in the situation. It's time to show that you do have an opinion about something and it
Mhm.
just is what it is. Because unfortunately, out in this world, there are a lot of people that don't, excuse me, there's a lot of people that have their own thought process about things, and but sometimes people believe that their thought process should be your thought process as well.
That's true.
So that's just another situation to stand up for yourself. But for me, when I hear stand up for yourself, I'm mostly thinking about boundaries. I hope
Mhm.
Tammy comes up in here so she can say something about that. I like her, a counselor's view on boundaries. So when you hear stand up for yourself, Jonathan, my lovely brother, what do you think about? Like, how does that look to you?
The first thing that came to my mind is kind of defending yourself,
Mm,
in a way. I was bullied relentlessly, all throughout elementary and middle school, and I don't feel like I stood up for myself. I was mostly quiet when those things were happening.
yeah,
I kind of stayed in my shell a little bit, so I don't feel like I stood up for myself. Which is, sometimes I would think back and say, what if I were to fight those people? But I always felt like if I were to fight them, then our parents would be upset with me about it. They would be disappointed in me, for taking it that far. I don't know if I had the guts to actually do that. I was actually pretty shy at the time. I was insecure about myself. Really didn't know
yeah,
who I was at the time, so I really couldn't stand up for myself. I wasn't in the position to stand up for myself. Someone else who was in that position. My favorite movie of all time is a movie called Moonlight. And there was a homosexual young man, and who is the has the starring role in that movie, and he did actually stand up for himself in that movie, and it's probably one of the most amazing scenes in that movie. Although he does resort to violence,
hmm,
um, it's still it still brings you a bit of joy to see him really stand up for himself, because in the
absolutely,
majority of the movie he was a lot like how I was. He really wouldn't respond to those who were calling him the F word and who were saying bad things about him or his mother, who was a drug addict at the time. And a lot of times we don't find ourselves standing up for ourselves because we do feel that we are weak, just as those people say that we are. So that's what comes to my mind when I
yeah.
think of that.
And to be honest, I believe if you would have fought everybody that felt that way, you turned into a fighter. Like I know a lot of gay men are,
That
just
that's
ready to go.
That's very true. However, there are some who do stand up for themselves. And when they do stand up for themselves, a lot of times they don't go through those issues when they come out on top in those, when they
Yeah, after.
confront, yes, when they
Yeah.
confront their abusers. A lot of times they
Mhm.
know that you mean business, and they know not to mess with you anymore. So a lot of times that could work out in your favor.
For me, I kind of felt the same way. I was quiet, docile, and I never really felt as if people heard me. There'd be always a select few that knew me for me and that knew the talkative Jennifer. but everybody else, they would just see the girl that was quiet and was always back there. You didn't see much of her. She might laugh with you every once in a while, but that's about it. And with that came me not putting my input nor my opinion into spaces. Um, and then there was also, believe it or not, though I am such a wonderful, pleasant young lady, there were still people that talked about me,
Mhm.
which I still to this day, well, okay, now I can. I couldn't wrap my head around why would you talk about me? First of all, I never have been abrasive towards anybody. Maybe
Mhm.
a little sassy, but that's about it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Not too serious. And people would be, just kind of making fun. Oh, look at her and stuff like that. It's like, what I do to you? And these are people in band. Not, it was just a person and her friend.
Okay. Okay.
So it was just, I just didn't get it. But as soon as I would say something to Cece, my lovely friend,
Mhm.
to the end, sister, she was the one that was talking out loud, making sure that they heard that she was talking to them about them. It's like,
Okay. CC was about it. Okay.
you know.
Yes.
And I just thank God I found my voice in that. Wow. So standing up for yourself, it would actually have to mean you first found your voice.
Right. And piggybacking on that, many times I would feel as if my opinion was not valid. I would feel
Yes.
as though my stance on things really didn't matter to others, so I felt like I just would keep them to myself. But I had to get out of that. That's why it wasn't the easiest thing for me to be on a platform such as YouTube because I felt like my opinion was not valid. I felt like people don't care about what I have to think about, but you know having people like Jennifer and having other friends who would encourage me and say, your opinion is valid and put yourself out there and people will agree with you and people will want to know what it is that you have, your stance on certain things, and your experiences because other people will see, of course, that they're not alone and that they are just like you. So, we have
Absolutely.
to understand who we are to validate, and we have to validate ourselves. That's the most important thing that we do. Because when we don't validate ourselves, we look for validation in others, and that's the wrong way to go about it. Of course, it's always good to get validation from others. That's
Of
always a
course.
positive thing.
But
But the most important validation is from ourselves and from God.
absolutely. And when this is my thing, when I hear you say that, is you said, I felt that my opinion was not valid, or I felt,
Right.
and it's like, you didn't, before you could even get it out your mouth for it to be validated.
Hmm.
You basically don't even give anybody the opportunity to say, yeah, what he's saying is this, or what he's saying is stupid, or anything like that.
Right.
So that's the one thing about it. Unfortunately, we stop ourselves from being able to speak up and say what needs to be said in the space, especially if it's defending yourself or
Right.
defending your viewpoint, which
Hmm.
is another thing that I love about that. Latoya's here.
Hey, Latoya. Hey, boo.
Latoya, thank you for coming. Um, and of course, Aaron says, "Hey, as per usual, I love this family." Um, Aaron says, "So grateful you came to YouTube, and I'm so thankful you had the right people in your life to help you see you have a gift to share, Jonathan."
Thank you so much for that, Aaron. I appreciate that.
And yes, validating from yourself.
Hmm.
That's where it has to start, because I've had to do my best not to try to base my thoughts upon other people, or like
Hmm.
being that I'm not thinking like them. That means that there's a problem or that it's wrong. But the thing that I learned as I got close to God through, especially prayer, mostly prayer, the talking to Him and Him talking back, I learned my value through Him.
Hmm.
And when I started to hear and see, He told me I'm a genius. He told me that I am brilliant. And it's like, well, yes, I am. I am. And I got to a space where, shoot, I'm just going to let people know how I feel. If they like it, that's cool. If they don't like it, that's cool. But that's how I feel. And that's my opinion or my standpoint based upon how I came up, my experiences, and that's why I embrace individuality.
Yes, and that's the most beautiful thing about our individuality is, and that's what I appreciated about myself, and that's what helped me to be comfortable with sharing my viewpoints, because I love the fact that I have a different viewpoint from others, and I think
Yes.
people will be interested in hearing that viewpoint. Those who are open to it, that is.
And you know, the thing about having viewpoints, this is why they have shows like With You and stuff like that. Hearing conflicting viewpoints, you'll be able to actually gather, like, wow, so this is how these people are thinking about it, and this is how these people are thinking about it. Let's see what's going on in between and things of that nature. Of course, at the end of the day, we're not trying to change anybody's thought process. We're not
Mhm.
trying all I would hope that I'm doing is helping people to see things from a different lens, not to change how they feel about it, but to
Mhm.
see it in more than just one way. Because a lot of times we have to remember when it's just us, we go based upon our knowledge and our experiences. And a lot of times we don't have that much experience in that space. And
Right,
when
and I
you
think.
don't have experience there, not saying that you can't talk, but you have to understand that you don't have a broad opinion about it.
Right. And that's why I love living in America. And I think that's one of the most beautiful things about America is because we're allowed to have our own opinions. We're allowed to do whatever it is that we feel free to do within the guidelines of the law, that is. And there are some countries where they're just one track minded. And you have to just stay on that one track. And I'm so glad that we live in a country where we're free to think openly on our own, and we don't have to think in a certain way.
Absolutely. Latoya says, "What do you do when you have a constant enigma in your life whose sole purpose is to cause stress and wreak havoc in your life?"
You acknowledge that you understand that is what their purpose is in your life, and you deal with it accordingly. I'm not one to tell you what you need to do, but I think you know what you need to do.
And being that you have recognized that person to be who they are, that thing to be that what they are, that
That's the most
situation to be
important
what it
thing.
is, that's number one. At least you've been able to recognize that that's what's going on here.
Right.
So this is why you need to deal accordingly. And when we say deal accordingly, we talk to the person as if we already know what's about to happen.
Right.
We look at the situation understanding this is where it's about to turn. It's not
Right.
being negative, it's just operating in the truth that they have compiled for you. Okay.
Exactly.
Um, like I've actually been through a process of not talking to somebody anymore because I understand what they desire to do in my life. And unfortunately, sometimes in those situations, those people are not trying to do it just because it's you. They just like to do that in anybody's life. That's just what
Right.
they like to do.
That's just their process. That's how they operate. And some people are like that. And we can understand that. But what we do, again, we just have to acknowledge that. And when we acknowledge those things, that shows growth in our own personal life. And so that just shows that you're not an immature person because there are a lot,
Absolutely.
and that's not to say that's a bad thing because there are a lot of people out there who are unaware of those types of things, and that just shows that their growth is not to the extent of others.
Mm. And you know what? Oh gosh, Latoya, and I want to thank you, Holy Spirit. I'm gonna do a Regina right now. Latoya says that is in process, so the stress and havoc has increased. Absolutely. King Jesus says that's how you know it's working.
Mhm.
You're not trying to change this person. What you're trying to do is change what you have to do to continue to keep yourself at peace
Exactly. You
and make
change
the movements to keep yourself at peace. Go ahead, Jonathan. I'm sorry.
and you change how you conduct yourself around that person, whether it be you not being around them or you treating them differently, letting them know that you don't appreciate the things that they do, that
Absolutely.
cause you that strife, that cause you that. You can give them a chance. It's okay to give someone a chance. However, you have to still understand that they are adults, and the possibility of an adult changing their ways, whether it be for the better or not, is really slim. Is really slim. It's not that it's impossible, but the possibility of it actually taking place is very slim.
Absolutely. I certainly agree, Jonathan, when it comes to adults. Unfortunately, people that have been doing them for a very long time, they have come to love who they are, whether it's negative or not. It's not like they stay in
Exactly.
negativity because they have to. They stay in negativity. Jesus. They stay in negativity because that's who they have chosen to be. And if that's the choice that they're making, you, my dear, have a choice too.
Exactly. For instance, I'm in love with who I am and I
Oh,
understand who I am. And if there's someone who has an issue with that, they can acknowledge the fact that I am who I am and they have an issue with that. And they can make their decision as to whether they want to get to know me or be in my life or not. And the fact that I am okay with who I am, if that is an issue for you, you can make that decision as to whether you want to interact with me or not.
absolutely. Um, Aaron, I just love well, let me say this first. Regina says, click the thumbs up, and I thank you. Please thumbs up
Yes.
on the YouTube channel at the Light of the Leo. Thank you so much for that, Regina. Aaron says, Latoya Chambers, praying for your peace of mind when dealing with this hardship. Thank you, Aaron, for the prayer. See, this is why I love this family. We just keep on keeping on with each other, bringing each other up. And of course, she
Absolutely.
says, thanks, Aaron. And Latoya says, done, been doing, no chance in hell.
Okay.
Okay. And she gave a big old amen. She also says, choice has been made, healing in process, living arguments, arrangements still the same right now, unfortunately. But it's still a process, Toya.
Right. It
Still a
takes
process.
time. These things do take time. They're not going to happen overnight. And sometimes you still have that connection with them. And a lot of times that connection does not go away. You really have to make that separation yourself in order to solve the issue.
And Toya, right now, what I can see for you right now that's coming in the future, eventually you're going to see their shenanigans
Hmm.
and you're going to chuckle to yourself and be like, there they go again.
And then you'll say to yourself, I was okay with that.
Woo!
I put up with that. Like, hindsight is 2020. So, we learn lessons as we go through life. And that is a
Okay.
great lesson to be learned so that you don't make that mistake in the future.
And it's still yet another, that lesson of putting yourself first does not mean forsaking everybody else all the time. It
Exactly.
just means saying, is this good for Latoya? Is this good for Jonathan? Is this good for Jennifer?
And it also heightens your senses in those areas as well, so that you know what to look for in the future, so that you do not find yourself in that position again.
That's absolutely the blessing of it. When we go through
Yes.
when we go through things, we certainly are able to use that as a
Mhm.
template for what not to have or what I need instead. So
Exactly.
continue on. Fifi's here.
Hey, Fifi.
Fifi, she put her thumbs up in the YouTube. I really appreciate you thumbs upping this particular video. We appreciate it. Aaron says, hi, Fifi. And Fifi says, I'm back, Aaron.
Yes.
I love it. Latoya says, connection is gone. Yeah.
Okay. You,
But
you,
but I
you,
but I gotta make sure you understand though. We gotta keep it real with ourselves sometimes. Yes, the connection is gone. The positive connection is gone. There's still yet a connection there. Because if it wouldn't sting as much if the connection was gone. Just want you to keep that real now. If there was nothing, it wouldn't hurt as much. You wouldn't have to fight so much to take care of the issue. So just remember, yeah, there's something there, and I know it's on its way out, but we just going to have to totally continue to sever things so that you can get to where you need to be in a better space. And eventually, you won't even consider that person the demon spawn anymore. You might just consider them a sad person. You'll actually start to feel sorry for them because it's all the
mm,
preaching that they're doing continuously. I see the sadness. She
right.
also says, too late. Have those chuckle conversations every day. Good. Good, good, good. She says, I have to deal with 6 different personalities.
Ooh.
Ciao. Lord have mercy. Give a scruff, Lord. Aaron says, Latoya Chambers, just keep moving forward. God will help you lead. God will help lead you to a better tomorrow. He will never leave you in a difficult time. He will send his angels when you ask.
Beautifully written. Beautifully written.
I love you, Aaron. Aaron says, I love it, Fifi. Fifi. Um, I think Erin likes this space because she could spread her love and not be hated for.
Exactly. Exactly. We all family here.
We are
We
family,
love on one
and
another.
that's what we do. And feel free to do so. She says, "Don't be surprised when you see Latoya Washington on the screen. I ain't gonna be so surprised.
Okay, we waiting, honey.
That's what we waiting on, and we ready to
Okay.
rejoice with you. If we need to do a celebration video just with you, honey, we make it happen.
Okay,
We
this is
can
a
celebrate.
celebrate.
It's going up." Latoya said, "Thank you, Aaron." Joseph popped in. Hey, Joseph
What's going
Jarrell.
on, Joseph?
He says, "Hey, I made it on a Monday. How are we, beautiful people? Everyone, quick, take your pointer finger with the UH Jonathan and mash the like button.
Okay,
Mash it.
Mash it. Yes.
Thank you, Joseph, as usual.
Okay, mashing is more than pressing. Okay, you gotta mashing puts emphasis. Okay, on the issue, honey.
Okay. Fifi says, Latoya, speaking from the other side, this too. Hey, Jesus, shall pass. I
That's
love
right.
that because my mother says that all of the time, and that has gotten me through a lot. This too shall pass. And Aaron has made it on to the other side too. So you are in some beautiful company, Latoya. Don't you worry, sis.
Absolutely.
It may be a rough, annoying time, but
It
it
will be.
won't last always.
Right.
This is not a forever situation. You're in your process and you're taking the steps that need to be taken. It just won't happen immediately, unfortunately, but it's on its way. Latoya said, "Divorce party planning activated." Yes,
Yes.
absolutely. Shoot, I might be able to be there, like for real though. And Latoya said, "Thank you, Fifi." Oh wait, shoot. Even Joseph, he's had his own divorce too. Shoot, you in a whole lot of good company, Latoya. Open your
Okay.
eyes. We here, honey. Um, Joseph Jarrell says, "Mash means I mean, oh, mash means I mean it, and I love you. So mash the button."
Yes.
And Regina says, "My girl Latoya got this."
Yes, she does.
And Aaron says, "Latoya Chambers, I went through it and I love my life now. And I have a divorce party shirt, so I'm ready." Yes.
All right.
Oh, we could do a virtual one. That'll be so cute.
That would be awesome.
She said, "Y'all send me some bootleg divorce papers via email that," excuse me, y'all, he sent me some bootleg divorce papers via email that didn't have any correct information. Man, I couldn't do nothing but laugh. He tried, I guess.
It is what it is.
Um, but yeah, I think Erin is like just the epitome of just doing things the way she wants to do. And I feel like when she found her freedom, she said, "I'm diving into me, honey."
Okay.
Joseph said, "I can buy a shirt and catch a flight. Don't tip me with a good time."
Okay.
Yes. And what freedom comes with that, boy, I tell you. And peace. Just being with somebody that is just not for you. I just
Yeah.
think I think it's amazing that you guys are finding your way
Right.
because though I've never been through it myself, Joseph, I'm about to tell on you. Sorry, hon. Anywho, though I haven't been through divorce myself, I was there for my friend Joseph through his divorce process every step of the way, from the day he called and said, "Hey, I'm getting a divorce," to attempting to reconcile, to saying, "Nope, I'm going to do divorce," to having the day that it's final.
Hmm.
It's not easy.
Right.
Because you're over here trying to acclimate to a new life
A new
and
normal.
a new normal. And especially when, even though there is positivity coming from getting to your own, there is
Hmm.
some good stuff that you'd be leaving, like, having the family unit and stuff like that. You'd have to leave and find a new definition of, or a new view of what that looks like. And that's
Right.
not easy. Trying to create that, trying not, and understanding it doesn't have to be exactly what it used to look like, having to do it
Right.
in a different way this time. So,
A lot of times we find that those places are somewhat of comfort zones for us, and we have to find new comfort zones because a lot of all comfort zones are not safe spaces. Let me say that again.
absolutely.
All comfort zones are not safe spaces. They're
Mhm,
disguised as safe spaces, but they're
mhm.
not all safe spaces, especially if there's not all positivity coming out of those spaces.
Absolutely. Thank you, Jonathan. Um, Joseph, Latoya said, "Hey, Joseph, let's go."
Yes.
Aaron said, "Joseph, little hard. Y'all so sweet to each other. Thank you." Um, and Latoya says, "Divorce party at my wedding venue."
Yes, I love
How?
that. That is
Why not?
perfection. Okay.
And I feel like you need to catch something on fire. Fire is cleansing. Ignite something, and it's going to be very symbolic and spiritual.
Okay.
I need you to pray on that, Latoya. Pray on that, Latoya, and think about that. What
Okay.
are
Got
you
to use
gonna ignite?
Got to use that sage like Nicole on the Nicole J. Parker on the Best Man Best Man final chapter. Was she when she met up with the friends? She was doing all the sage, all the sage. Yes.
But I think she needs to burn something that represents the marriage. That's what I mean.
Mm, yeah. Yeah.
It will be. I think that will be very cleansing. Oh, she has it right now. See, she been talking to the Lord. Anyway, Latoya says it's not, and he left me at my lowest when I got sick. Yeah.
Mm,
When I was solely dependent on him, he turned his back on me. That's when God said go.
mm.
Joseph said, "Of course, the Leo wants something ablaze." I roll. Yes, I do.
What's Joseph's sign?
Joseph, he's a Cancer, like
Oh,
my
yeah.
husband and my
I think
daddy
you told me
and
that.
my mother-in-law. Everybody, bunch of cancers in my life. I have so many cancers in my life. And she said, "The broom we jumped over, Jonathan. Is that not a perfect thing to burn?"
Wow. Yes. Yes. That is excellent. That's perfect to burn.
That's perfect. That's perfect. I'm
Let let
sorry, y'all.
Let the relationship burn along with the advocate for your relationship, honey.
And I won't even look at it as like it's just not a refining fire. It's just a fire to let
It's a
go.
cleansing fire.
Cleansing. Thank you, Jonathan.
Mhm.
This is a cleansing fire. The cleansing fire. Oh, I love it. And believe me, Latoya, if you do go along with doing this, believe me, you're going to actually feel something when that fire goes up ablaze and you see that thing in ashes. Um, Latoya says, Joseph, LOL. Fire is great. Anyway, Latoya Chambers, what I find inspiring is that you listened. Go, Latoya. Aaron, you got that right.
Right.
You got that right. You listened, because a lot of people will ignore and try to stay as comfortable as possible, in a bad space. But
Comfort
you
zones
listen. When
again.
God said go, child, you go. Don't get me going. Anyway, Latoya says, "Jenny, you light it first." No, that's you.
Right.
It's just for you.
Never stay in comfort at the expense of your happiness. I just want to say that.
Absolutely. But yeah, you the one gonna have to light that one. That's for you to light. It's for your release. And then we need to take you by the water. I'll talk about that later in the future. Joseph said, "Don't tempt me with a good time. We will see flames."
Okay. Yes.
Hey, you know something? See, now I'm getting ideas. We might need to do a bonfire.
Right.
Things that need to be just not erased from our lives, but symbolically burned out of our lives. That would be just so awesome. Jojo, I ain't been comfortable, so I definitely got to go.
Right. Yeah. When you're not comfortable, because sometimes in those comfort zones, you do feel a little bit uncomfortable, and that's when your happiness is being compromised. And so yes, you have to make that decision. You really do. And I'm so
Absolutely.
glad that you did.
Me too, man. So, you know, I like a cute ritual, and I know that doesn't make it. I still love Jesus. Shoot, the Lord is in the ritual, but yeah.
Hmm.
She said, "Yes, I can't burn." She says, "Yes, can't burn that dress. That joker cost me a grip." Yeah, no. I said, "Don't
Okay.
go crazy." I did not say go crazy,
Right.
but the to be honest, I believe the broom represent the marriage more than that dress.
Agreed.
Absolutely. I've seen people do a whole photo shoot in their old wedding dress
Right. I've seen that too.
divorce situation. Now you don't have to get that far into the divorce stuff, but hey, you're about to be relinquished. Well, to be honest, in the spirit you are, being that the Lord has already told you to go, but legally, you're about to be relinquished. But thank you, Latoya, for the example of standing up for yourself.
And thank you for being open with us as well. We really
We
appreciate
appreciate
that.
that. We don't take that for granted at all. We love being your family.
Yes.
Woo! I think that was a good one, Jonathan.
These 30 minutes be going by in a flash, honey.
This show do. And child, I looked at the last ones. One was 58 minutes, 50 something minutes, child. So we closer to the 30 minutes a day.
Right. Hey.
It Oh gosh. She said he went he sent them on Mother's Day of all days.
Wow.
Girl, don't worry about them shenanigans. Don't you worry about them
Okay.
shenanigans
You
because
know that's just pettiness.
because okay, this is what one person said. It was really deep. You said, if you're going to shenan, you better know he going to shenan again.
Okay. I like that.
Okay? Because at this point, it's just like, do you? Because I felt those same kind of emotions riding on the roller coaster with Joseph with his situation. It's like, Joseph, why are you so surprised? We've been dealing with this. What are we doing? But you can't help that your emotions be in it because you at least hope better.
Right.
And when you continue to not get better, it's disappointing. And I get it, but
And it's always easier to see the signs when you're looking from the outside in rather than when you're looking from the
oh
inside.
yeah, that's why I let him know every time I saw it. Okay,
Right.
I love my friend Joseph. Okay, ain't got no time for him to be looking stupid out here in these streets. That's my brother right there. Anyway, Latoya also says I appreciate y'all. You guys are all my therapists. I appreciate it. Thank you. And well, we appreciate it. Aaron says, love everyone and thank you especially for sharing your story, Latoya Chambers. Here for you anytime. She's Latoya said, can I cuss real quick? Go ahead and cuss, sis. It's
Go
like
ahead,
you
girl.
can do you, sis. I don't care. Um, and she said, never mind, this Negro is the police and couldn't even have legit paperwork. Let me tell you something.
Wow.
Let me tell you something. A lot of people don't know nothing about nothing but talk a whole lot.
That's true.
A lot of people.
Sometimes the loudest person in the room has absolutely nothing to say.
Absolutely. So, just to make sure I say this out loud, I'm not going to assume. I hope that you're doing your part to make sure things are going together legally.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. And if you need further help with that, I know somebody that did it all by himself. Anyway, just let us know. I'll connect you with somebody. She said, preach. But yeah, make sure that go ahead and handle it yourself, sis. Better to go ahead and do it. because you know he ain't gonna move or do it right. Let's
Okay.
be real. Let's be real. Not saying he's stupid, but he just don't know about that.
Right.
A lot of people like to say, "Oh, we can do this," or "This is how child support works. This how that works. This how that." No, 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 no. My educated sister, as I'm over here looking at your graduation picture,
Okay.
you do what you have to do to take care of yourself. Don't wait on him to do anything.
Right.
And she says, "I'm shouting in bed."
Hey.
She says, "Sis, I'm an Aries, so I always 3 steps ahead."
Yes.
And she a fire sign, right? Aries is fire.
Yes. Fire sign. Fire signs unite.
Light it up. You see, light it up. Light it up. As soon as the divorce is final legally, light it up. Light that up. And I do want to be there. Anyway, God bless you. This is great. We will rejoice in your joys as well. We all
And
will.
your freedom.
In
We
your
rejoice
freedom.
in your freedom, honey. Yes.
Whew.
And I love me an Aries, Latoya. I really do.
Absolutely. Oh, Lord Jesus. She said he is dumb. One of his personalities is called Waldo.
Oh, wow.
I'm just going to leave this alone. We are not going to sit here and bash that man for too long. Not for too long. We've done enough. So let me just go ahead and get this going. Jonathan, go ahead and tell us about your platforms.
Absolutely. My YouTube channel is JoJo Speaks. Find me on YouTube. I post videos every Thursday night at 9:30 with hot topics and social commentary with my co-host Genesita, who's here, whose show we're on right now, as well as her wonderful husband Tyrone and our friend Mike. So again, join us on Thursday nights at 9:30. Hot topics and social commentary. Like, comment, subscribe, press the notification bell, share it, all that good stuff. JoJo Speaks on YouTube. Join us, y'all.
All that jazz. And y'all can go ahead and follow me on Delight of the Leo at Instagram, TikTok, and of course here on YouTube. Go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel and click the like button, the what button? The notification bell.
Yes.
So you can be notified every Monday at 9 that I come live so we can have the conversation. Though I know that the conversation, went to talking about, Latoya and her situation that she has at the moment, but it's certainly still in the process of just letting everybody know that you can stand up for yourself. To be
Right.
honest, in my opinion, sometimes divorce is some of the most difficult spaces to have to stand up for yourself
Hmm.
because you've created this bond, life, and everything with this one person. Now we have come to see that it's not working at all.
Right.
So
Yeah.
continue to stand up for yourself every single day. Y'all continue to love on yourself. And when you see something bad or wrong, just know you still deserve to be happy.
Agreed.
No matter what. You deserve joy. You deserve to go to Disney World and enjoy yourself. You deserve it. You deserve the opportunity to show as much love as you want to, no matter what. You
Right.
deserve that. God put you on earth to do this. That's Aaron's superpower. I can't stop thinking about Aaron. That's Aaron's superpower.
Yes.
All that love she got.
Right.
Woo. All right. I'm gonna stop now. Y'all be blessed now. I'm getting on out of here. I'm gonna end it.
Bye, y'all. We love you.
Love you.